Sue Bird hits out at double standard as she makes opinion clear on Caitlin Clark's situation. WNBA icon Sue Bird has taken aim at a double standard that has emerged in the wake of Caitlin Clark's quad injury as the Indiana Fever celebrates its first win without her. WNBA icon Sue Bird has called out a perceived double standard following Caitlin Clark's quad injury. The Indiana Fever guard has been hailed for revolutionizing the popularity of women's basketball since her days with the Iowa Hawkeyes. Since Clark was selected as the top draft pick last season, the Fever have often had to move their away games to larger venues due to a surge in fan interest. Yet, the 23-year-old sustained a quad strain in the Fever's defeat to the New York Liberty on May 24, an injury expected to bench her for a minimum of 2 weeks. WNBA star Bird has taken issue with the reaction to Clark's injury, challenging the idea that fans might be entitled to ticket refunds. "Injuries are a part of it," Bird remarked on her A Touch More podcast. "I get it, it sucks. If you bought a ticket to see somebody and they're hurt, I get it, that's a big bummer. But no, you would never say that about men's sports. If LeBron was out or Steph Curry or the big names were out for a couple weeks, the NBA would never be like, oh, we are going to reimburse you guys, sorry about that. Now you're just not taking the WNBA as a business. So yeah, she's hurt. It sucks. The league will continue to go on." Summarizing her thoughts on the reaction to Clark's injury, Bird said, "I've seen some stuff where it's like, people don't want to go because she's not playing, which is fair if that's who you want to see. But then, in some ways, I'm like you're now doing a disservice to her because, for those who don't realize it, supporting the league is supporting Caitlin. So if you want to support Caitlin, you have to support the league. She's a part of that ecosystem, she doesn't get to separate herself out, so that's one thing that doesn't add up to me." After Clark's injury, the Fever lost their following 2 matches, with Sydney Colson and Sophie Cunningham also out of action. However, Indiana snapped its losing streak by defeating the Washington Mystics 85-76 on Tuesday. The victory was bolstered by the performance of newcomer Ari McDonald, who was signed by the Fever on Monday under the emergency hardship exception rule since the team had less than 10 available players. The 3rd overall pick in the 2021 draft, McDonald came off the bench to contribute 7 points, 5 assists, and 3 steals in 27 minutes of play. Fever head coach Stephanie White praised McDonald for making an immediate impact. "Not everybody can do that. That's a point guard mindset," White admitted. "I thought she did a great job. She's hungry, number 1. And number 2, she knows how to play. And she's just a dog on defense, we needed that." Fever standouts Lexi Hull and Kelsey Mitchell commended McDonald for her contribution, as the team secured their first victory in the wake of Clark's injury. Coach White had previously argued that Clark's injury could serve as a boost for other players and offer Clark a new perspective. "You look at injuries that happen, especially early in the season, it gives you opportunities to build confidence in your depth," White said at a press conference last month. "It gives you opportunities to see what you could look like down the stretch because when you're playing at the end of the year and in the postseason, rotation can be a little bit deeper. You want players to have confidence in those moments to be able to step up and make the play or take the shot. I think it gives us opportunities for growth. I also think it's going to give Caitlin opportunities for growth. Now, she's going to see it on the sideline, she's going to be hearing us talk about it on the sideline from a coach's perspective. There's varying levels to how you see the game as a player in year 1, 2, and as player in year 9, 10. And as a coach, assistant coach, and all of those things. So, it gives her an opportunity to see it from a different lens.